So I wonder if leading into our last question, when is the right time to bring on an architect? Just share a little bit of, yeah, right now. For OpFocus, when we're introduced in, there's almost always some foundational stuff that has to be cleaned up. It's almost like repointing of a chimney or something, where we, just try to make sure that there's a good solid foundation. But we're very, very interested in establishing the roadmap. And do you guys think that is the architect the owner of the roadmap? We will typically, when we do a roadmap project, we'll be looking out 12 to 18 months. And, further than that's almost too far, too many variables. But that 12 to 18 months, it just, sort of big rock placements and planning. Is that something that you see the architects owning?
For me personally,
Go ahead, Ezra.
in my organization, I think it's going to be I propose it, and then I'm going to have leadership yaying and naying various parts of it. I could just as easily see an architect being the sole owner of it.
I think in our organization, it's a matter of proposing those, collaborating on creating those big rocks, and then working with the business for them to prioritize it. So it's not so much, it's co-ownership, I guess is the best way to put that. There isn't a single human who is in charge of the broad backlog. We're all in charge of it together, and to the extent that consensus is possible, we aim for that.
Yeah, at PTC is a little bit different than any other organization that I've worked for, because as the chief product owner, right, internal product team, I own the roadmap, right? So I own the roadmap for those various product line spaces. But there's a collaboration there that happens with the business as well as with the technical team to ensure that their technical team doesn't have its own roadmap and the business doesn't have its own roadmap, and then I have my roadmap. It's a single, really endeavoring to put together a single strategic roadmap that looks out quarter by quarter, maybe half by half, depending, but at least quarter by quarter, we're really evaluating priorities. And then, this is strategic initiatives. These are the system work that needs to be done in order to support those strategic initiatives. These are the outcomes that we're trying to achieve. And then from a technical perspective, here's the overall solution, the solution context, if in a scaled agile sense, the solution context to these features that we're intending to deploy, iteratively over that period of time. So it's everybody working, together to get to that single shared vision. From a technical debt perspective, our internal teams really they allocate percentage of their velocity towards those strategic initiatives, and then what we call team context work, things that don't come in at an enterprise level, but it's more sort of piecemeal requests dedicated to a single specific business unit or area. And then 10% technical debt. Every iteration, we got to continue. We make sure that we're improving performance, and we have enough fields against our account object left over. Things like that. That if you don't keep an eye on, they're going to come back to haunt you, and then you're going to be dead in the water at some point in the future.
Such an important thing. And of course, I just thought of the black tab that we don't seem to talk about anymore when, you need to make a call and get some more fields on the account object. But
I just read in the release notes, they're increasing it to 900 fields per object. And that makes me sad. And
that's enterprise or that's unlimited?
I don't remember, but that either way,
because it would be an increase on either one. But yeah, so that just feels like that's allowing more bad behavior to sort of persist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. The real reason behind that is not to go build great new things, but